My brother's wedding was perfect until I noticed something strange about my wife in the background. I, 35M, never thought I'd be the kind of person writing on Reddit about my marriage problems. But here I am, still trying to process what I discovered last weekend. I've been married for 7 years, together for 10, and I always thought we had one of those solid relationships that could weather any storm. Funny how life has a way of shattering your certainties. My brother got married 6 months ago. It was a beautiful ceremony at this vineyard outside the city, and my wife was one of the bridesmaids. She spent months helping with the planning, going to dress fittings, and organizing the bachelorette party. I was happy she was so involved. My brother's wife is like a sister to her, and seeing her throw herself into the wedding preparations made me proud. Last Sunday, my brother sent the family a link to the wedding video, one of those professionally edited ones with all the highlights. My wife was out shopping with her friends, so I decided to watch it alone. I grabbed a beer, settled into my office chair, and clicked play, expecting to relive what had been a fantastic day. Everything seemed normal at first. The usual wedding stuff, the ceremony, the vows that made everyone cry, the first dance that my brother nearly messed up because he was so nervous. I found myself smiling at the memories. But then I noticed something in the background during the reception footage. My wife was sitting at a table with my cousin, which wasn't unusual since they've always been friendly. What caught my attention was their body language. The more I watched, the more my stomach turned. The camera wasn't focused on them, but you could see them in several shots throughout the night. They were always sitting close, laughing, touching each other's arms. She was doing that thing with her hair she does when she's flirting, twirling it around her finger, something I haven't seen her do with me in years. At one point, they disappeared for almost an hour. I know because I checked the timestamps on different parts of the video, comparing the background shots where they were visible. I started thinking back to other family gatherings over the past year. My cousin always seemed to be around, always managing to end up chatting with my wife. He dropped by our house occasionally when he was in the neighborhood, even though he lives on the other side of town. Sometimes he'd come by when I was at work, saying he needed to borrow something or drop something off. I never thought anything of it because, well, he's family. We've known each other since we were kids. The worst part? 2 weeks after the wedding, my wife started going to the gym in the evenings. She said she wanted to maintain her bridesmaid body. She bought new workout clothes, got one of those fancy water bottles, the whole thing. My cousin, coincidentally, goes to the same gym. I know because he mentioned it at a family dinner, and my wife didn't even blink when he said it. Was that their plan all along? I've been sitting on this for 3 days now, and it's eating me alive. Every time my wife looks at her phone, I wonder who she's texting. Every time she goes to the gym, I check the time she leaves and returns. Sometimes she comes back with wet hair, like she's just showered, but her face isn't flushed like you'd expect after a workout. I feel like I'm going crazy, but I can't unsee what I saw in that video. Yesterday, I tried to test the waters. I casually mentioned to my wife that I watched our wedding video and was feeling nostalgic. Asked if she wanted to watch my brother's wedding video together. She got this look on her face, just for a second, a flash of panic that she quickly covered up before saying she was too tired and had to prepare for a work presentation. She's never been a good liar. The thing is, I don't have concrete evidence of anything. Maybe I'm reading too much into innocent interactions, but my gut is screaming at me that something isn't right. The way they looked at each other in that video, it wasn't just friendly. There was this moment, caught in the background of a pan across the dance floor, where they were standing by the bar. He leaned in to say something to her, and the smile she gave him. I haven't seen her smile at me like that in months. I could confront them both, but what if I'm wrong? This could blow up my marriage and cause a permanent rift in the family. My parents adore my wife, and my brother's wedding was supposed to be a happy memory, not the moment that exposed what might be happening behind my back. Now it's turned into this nightmare that's making me question everything. I keep rewatching certain parts of the video, analyzing every gesture, every laugh, every touch. Last night, I spent 3 hours going through old photos on Facebook, looking at family gatherings from the past year. There they are at Christmas, standing next to each other in the group photo. At my niece's birthday party, both reaching for the same piece of cake and laughing about it. At the family barbecue last summer, sitting together by the pool while I was manning the grill. Were they already involved then? How long has this been going on? The hardest part is acting normal. We still eat dinner together, talk about our days, plan for the weekend. But there's this weight in my chest that won't go away. Every smile feels fake. Every kiss feels tainted. This morning, she kissed me goodbye before leaving for work, and all I could think about was whether she'd kissed him recently too. I need advice. Do I confront them? Do I hire a private investigator? Do I try to gather more evidence? Or am I just being paranoid and potentially destroying my marriage over what might be nothing? The rational part of my brain says I need proof before I do anything drastic, but the other part of me wants to drive to my cousin's house right now and demand answers. Update: 3 days later. Thank you all for the responses. The support and advice from this community have been overwhelming, and I needed time to process everything and take action. Many of you suggested checking phone records and gym visits, and you were right. I needed to do my homework before making any moves. I did some digging, and what I found made me sick to my stomach. First, my wife hasn't been going to the gym at all, at least not to the one she claimed. I called them yesterday pretending to inquire about her membership, and they have no record of her. I don't know where she's been going for those 2 hours, 3 times a week, but it's not to work out. Then I checked our phone records. There were hundreds of texts between her and my cousin, usually during those gym hours or late at night when she said she was working. The worst part? They've been going on for at least 8 months, well before my brother's wedding. I also found charges on our credit card for a hotel near his workplace, used twice in the past month. She told me she had client meetings those days. I'm meeting with a lawyer tomorrow to understand my options. Several of you mentioned the importance of protecting myself legally before confronting her, and I agree. I've already started documenting everything: the video footage, the phone records, the hotel charges. I've moved our most important documents to a safe place and started separating our finances. To those who said I was being paranoid, I wish you were right. But the gym lie was just the tip of the iceberg. There's no innocent explanation for secret hotel meetings and hundreds of hidden texts. The weight of these discoveries is crushing me, but at least I know I'm not crazy. The hardest part has been facing my family. We had dinner at my parents' house last night, and my cousin was there. Watching them act normal, like they haven't been betraying me for months, made me want to scream. But I kept my cool, played my part. My brother noticed something was off and texted me after, asking if I was okay. I couldn't tell him yet. It would break his heart to know his wedding video exposed this. I'll update again once I've talked to the lawyer and figured out my next steps. Right now, I'm just trying to keep it together and not let on that I know anything. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Every night, I lie next to her in bed, listening to her breathe, wondering how she can sleep so peacefully while living such a massive lie. To everyone asking about screenshots and evidence, yes, I'm gathering everything. The lawyer I'm meeting tomorrow specializes in infidelity cases. A friend recommended him, said he's dealt with similar situations before. I'm not just angry anymore. I'm determined to handle this the right way. Final update: 1 week later, the meeting with the lawyer went well. He advised me on how to proceed, and I'm following his guidance to the letter. I've secured copies of all the evidence, opened my own bank account, and started looking for an apartment. The confrontation is coming, but it'll be on my terms, when I'm fully prepared. To those who shared their own stories of betrayal and recovery, thank you. Knowing I'm not alone in this has helped more than you know. And yes, I know this will get worse before it gets better. The family fallout alone will be devastating, but I'd rather face the truth than live in a lie. I never thought I'd be that guy who discovered his wife's affair through a wedding video. Life has a cruel sense of irony sometimes. But at least I know now. At least I can start rebuilding my life with my eyes wide open. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with friends or family who might enjoy it too. Your support means a lot. And if you have any thoughts, questions, or story ideas, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next story.